In this video over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how executive golfers over 40 are reversing physical decline, losing 20 to 30 pounds of body fat, and adding 20 plus yards to their game in just 16 weeks. That's without living in the gym or following another restrictive diet, because we know that doesn't work. This is the exact system that has helped over 100 executive golfers reclaim their health, lose thousands of pounds of body fat, improve their blood work, and play the best golf of their lives. That's as they're getting older. Everything is getting better. So, if you don't know me, I'm Coach Kyle. This is my beautiful wife, Liv. We have 3 dogs now. This is Cabo, Lily, and then Big Sir. I need to get an updated picture in here so I can show you all my dogs. This guy right here is actually 90 pounds now. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this, talking about myself, but I've spent thousands of dollars on, certifications to improve my knowledge and skills, help 200 plus executive golfers change their lives. Been coaching for over 7 years. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. If you want to pause it and look, feel free. I'm going to skip past this. So let's get into the good stuff here. All right. So somewhere along the way, I'm sure you can relate to this. Think about the last 20 years of your life. You built a successful career. You provided for your family. You've worked long hours. You've traveled, business dinners, client lunches, early mornings, late nights, and stress. When you're doing those things consistently over a long period of time, without even realizing it, you've slowly gained weight. The belly's growing. You've lost muscle mass. You're becoming stiffer. Your energy has declined. Blood work is getting worse. Every time you go to the doctor, he's like, dude, you got to get on medication. So you got to do something different. Recovery has slowed down and your golf has started to feel harder. So think about it this way. Your golf game is your check engine light. So just imagine if your oil change light came on in your car. You're not going to continue driving your car until your engine blows because you didn't change your oil. Changing your oil is super cheap and it doesn't take a lot of time. Now, if you let that get worse and your engine blows, now it takes a lot of time to get your engine replaced and it costs a lot more money. That's exactly what's going on with our bodies in our golf game. When you start to feel out of breath or tired raking a bunker, or your hip or back starts to hurt while you're playing, and you start to lose distance on the course, that's your body. That's your check engine light or your oil change light popping up inside your body and saying, hey, we got to do something now before things get worse. And then we need surgery or medications or, major health issues pop up and it's something you can't change. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, heart disease, other chronic diseases. These things are coming up, especially if you're not prioritizing your health. And, 75% of adults in the US have a chronic disease, that's unbelievable. That's mind blowing. Such a high percentage. And that's because we're not prioritizing our health. We're not doing it the right way. So this is the old way. This is why most golfers stay stuck. Doing it on their own, random workouts they find online, restrictive diets that they can't stick to, time-consuming training, they're not working out efficiently, short-term fixes, restrictive diets, quick phases of workouts that you can't stick to. And then it all falls apart when life gets busy. Business gets busy, something happens with family, travel, vacation, then you fall off track. You're spending a lot more time and a lot more effort for much fewer results. Here's the new way. Much less guesswork and way more results. You have a structured training plan to follow, simple, flexible nutrition that fits into your busy lifestyle with business dinners and travel and vacation, optimized recovery. So that way you're sleeping and optimizing stress so you feel energized and focused all day, every day. Accountability and support. You have a coach supporting you and holding you accountable every single week to keep you on track. Long-term transformation. You have a game plan long after the 16-week program. That way you stick to it and get results for the rest of your life and stay in shape and just optimize your health. Built around your lifestyle. Everything is designed around your life. This is going to be less guesswork, less wasted time, and much better results. So this is exactly what we focus on inside the Fit Golfer Transformation System. There's 4 main pillars. Time-efficient training. All you need, 2 to 4 workouts per week, 30 to 60 minutes. As long as you're focusing on the right things, that's all you need to get results. Pair that with simple, flexible nutrition, no restrictive diets, no avoiding your life. Life happens. You're going to get busy. Things are going to happen. All of this is going to mesh right into it. And when you pair efficient training with simple, flexible nutrition that you can stay consistent with, that's how you get long-term results. And then on top of that, we add in optimized recovery, where you're optimizing your sleep and stress. So that way your body's actually fully recovering and rebooting itself. And then you're going to feel more energy instantly, more focus. You're going to start to really improve in every area of your life, especially at work. And then accountability and support. You have a coach holding you accountable, keeping you on track. That way you never have to second guess yourself or try to figure it out alone. The first signs it's working will not just be on the scale. Most golfers, within the first week, notice more energy. Within the first month, they start to feel stronger on the course. Your swing is going to feel more powerful and athletic. Most guys add 10 plus yards their first month. You're going to feel less stiff and beat up by the end of month 2. And then your clothes are going to start fitting differently. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you're going to notice changes within months 2 and 3. So here's Chad. So Chad, he came to me with 3 very bad blood tests. 3 in a row over the year prior before coming to me. He had high blood pressure, high LDL cholesterol. He was pre-diabetic and stage 2 kidney disease. Guess what his doctor did? Recommended medications. Like, medication isn't always the solution. That's just the simple Band-Aid to put over things to slow it down, and it never helps you in the long run. So, like most successful men, he didn't want another prescription. He didn't want to take some kind of pill for the rest of his life and not fix the root cause. So that's what he did. He decided to join the program, and it was incredible. So let me show you Chad's transformation here. Within the first 3 months, right here, blood pressure, cholesterol, all in the healthy range. No longer pre-diabetic, reverse stage 2 kidney disease. He went back and saw his doctor 3 months later. They did his blood test. His doctor was mind blown. Everything was put back into normal levels. It only took 3 months. So he's a husband, father, grandfather. He's busy. He's working. He is very busy. He's a 3 handicap golfer now. His golf game, and he just shot even par the other day. He's lost over 24 pounds of body fat. He's gained over 20 yards in his game, and he's added 12 pounds of muscle. You can tell. Look at the muscle definition here, the chest, shoulders, everything is getting leaner and stronger. And he is 53, almost 54 years old now. So Chad is absolutely killing it. Absolute beast. And, Chad isn't the exception. Here's Dave, David, and Jim. We have all 3 of these guys have seen amazing results in just the first few months of joining the program. Dave down 23 pounds, David down 15 pounds, pain-free. He was struggling to get out of bed just because he was in so much pain some mornings to go to work. And now he's, pain-free, going to work without pain, getting up, feeling great every single day. Jim, he started a new job and was still able to drop 18 pounds in 10 weeks, increase his energy and his health markers. So results will happen when you join the program. It's a guarantee. Imagine walking onto the first tee next spring. I want you to take a second and just imagine these results. Okay, you're 20 to 30 pounds lighter. Your clothes fit again. That favorite golf shirt that you have, that you love to wear, that you haven't been wearing because it makes your belly stick out. Now you can throw that on and you feel great. You look strong. You look lean. You have energy to spare after you play 18. You're ready to go play again. Your body feels strong and mobile. You're ready to go. You're hitting the ball further. Most guys over the 16-week program add over 20 yards. So if you're hitting your driver 230 yards, imagine hitting it 250 plus and even more. If we can continue going, you could add 30, 40 yards to your game. And, you're healthier than you were years ago. Imagine how good that's going to feel next spring. You're going to get those results. So this is your 16-week roadmap to reversing your physical decline. So phase 1 is we build your blueprint. You complete your health and performance assessment. We hop on a call, design your entire game plan together. Then I'll go ahead, get your game plan all planned out, add it to your program. And then that's when you start training. That's when you start implementing our nutrition plan, optimizing sleep and recovery. And you're starting to feel the difference instantly. That first week, you start to feel a difference. Then this is where you start to notice changes, weeks 5 to 12, your body fat is dropping, muscle mass is increasing, mobility is getting better, you're improving energy and conditioning, and you're starting to see major changes in your body and golf. And then the last week 13 to 16, this is where we create your long-term game plan. This is where you're going to have a workout plan that you can stick to forever. You're going to lock in your sustainable habits, your nutrition plan, all that good stuff. That way you don't fall off and get stuck in that yo-yo dieting cycle that 95% of people get stuck in. So you're going to have a plan. You're going to be able to follow that plan for good and get results long-term. That's the most important thing. Imagine living a healthy lifestyle, and really it's the high quality years at the end of your life. 60, 70, 80 years old. If you're stuck on a hospital bed, not able to do anything you want, that's awful. That's a low quality of life. Our goal is to have that high quality where you're 75, 85 years old and you can go play golf. You can go hang out with your kids and grandkids and keep up without any issues. That is the goal. You need to be able to enjoy your life at 75, 85, 90 years old. So everything you need to get these results, you have your personalized training plan, your custom nutrition strategy, health and performance assessment, recovery and lifestyle optimization, weekly accountability, your direct coach support 24/7, access to your coach. We do weekly calls to basically program reviews, 15 minutes real quick. We go over how last week went and any changes we need to make in this upcoming week. Super simple, but very, very important to make changes to your game plan and all that good stuff. We track progress throughout the entire program, and then we'll send you a Whoop tracker, which is great for tracking sleep and recovery and strain. Super important there. So basically, you have two choices to make. The choice you make today is going to shape your next 20 years. You either keep doing what you're doing, same habits, weight continues to go up, energy continues to get worse, you're always tired and exhausted, you have more aches and pains, maybe need surgeries, continued physical decline. You regret later on in life. You're 65, 70 years old, struggling to walk. Or you decide to make a change. You get leaner, you feel confident, more energy all day, every day. You get stronger and you're moving without pain, playing better golf, adding 20, 30, 40 plus yards to your game, and you take control of the next 20 plus years. Your quality of life at 75, 85 are amazing. You can go on walks. You can hang out with kids and grandkids. You can go golfing. You're hanging out with your friends. Nothing is holding you back. Your body is capable of doing whatever you would like in your life. That is the goal. So I'm so confident that you will get results no matter. If you follow the program, I guarantee you get results. If you don't, I'll send you every single dollar back. That you don't pay. Literally get results or you don't pay. That's how confident I am with this program. So you have zero risk. Zero risk. Your best years are ahead of you. So let's make them your strongest. You have the plan, the coach, the support. All that's left is you make that decision. Apply today. Click that button below. Submit that application form. And we will set up a strategy call. I'm not going to sell you on anything. I'm just going to give you more details on the program. If it's something you really want to do, then I just want to make sure you're a good fit as well. I don't just work with anybody. If it sounds like you aren't going to be able to commit to the program, then I will, point you in the right direction and we can go our separate ways and it's totally fine. But go ahead and click that apply button below and we'll get started. Let's go.